Well, welcome to the channel. Welcome to a new video. If you're wondering why my videos are always in the car in the same position, it's because I live with someone who works late. So I don't want to be making too much noise doing these talking while someone's trying to rest. So I sit in my car and do it. I find that blocks out a lot of sound. I've tried doing the whole drive and talk thing, but this car is a little bit noisy and clunky to be doing that. So I just sit in case any of you were wondering why it's always the same. Today I want to talk about, do you need a university degree or do you need certifications to get a job as a SOC analyst or to get a position, or a technical position, I should clarify, in cybersecurity? Okay. This is a widely relevant and a widely talked about topic. Okay. If you hop on LinkedIn, you're going to see a lot of people having an opinion about what the best way to come into cybersecurity is. You've got the gatekeeper type of mentality where it's all about traditional schooling, doing your bachelor's, doing your master's, working in IT, pivoting across. And then you've got your new age thinkers who are all about learning relevant skills, getting relevant certifications, and then trying to get your way into the industry with relevant experience. Okay, there are a lot of different opinions and thoughts out there. I'm just going to share my 2 cents. So if you watch some of my other videos, my background is I've done a certification, what's called a Cert 4 in cybersecurity. I have worked the last year closely with the SOC as a reporting analyst, and now I'm actually working as a SOC analyst, going through the junior level process of being a SOC analyst. So I feel like I have a little bit of experience, not lots, but a little bit of experience as an amateur to help people. And people do reach out to me quite often on LinkedIn, and it does get a little bit tiring responding to those LinkedIn comments. So having a YouTube channel does help, because I can just talk about it. So if you're someone who's thinking about coming into cybersecurity, maybe you're young, finishing school, or you're someone who's looking at pivoting your career path and you want to dip your toes into cybersecurity and give it a shot, this video is going to be for you. Okay. The first thing I would say is there are pros and cons in both. So if you want to go do a university degree, that's fine. I think university, that paper, can help crack the door open. It actually can help widen out the field, and certain companies and certain positions will require that you have some kind of degree. Okay. So it really depends on your goals. You know, is there a particular company that you'd like to work for that requires a degree? Is there a particular role that you would like to get into that is adamant about you having a degree before you get in? These are things that would be good to think about if you know what it is you want to do. However, if you're someone who is not quite sure yet, going the degree route to specialize, particularly in cybersecurity, is a risky choice, because if you don't like cybersecurity or the industry, well, then you've just got yourself a very expensive either study debt, or you've just forked out a lot of money to study. So it is something that I would highly recommend you take time to think about. I have made the mistake in the past of studying something that I didn't want to do, and it is costly. And the older you get, you realize it's not really a risk that you probably want to be taking, especially in the times that we're living in right now. Like, you know, places like America, UK, Australia, yes, we make a good hourly wage compared to other countries, but the cost of living is getting insane. And I think many of us are feeling that standard of living starting to slip away. The pros of getting a degree, in my opinion, are foundations, right? So you get a very solid foundation, technical skills, learning how to write reports, and you learn how to deal with pressure. A guy that I'm currently working with, he summed it up perfectly. He said one of the great things about doing a degree is it teaches you how to learn. So if you're someone who doesn't know how to do research and study and learn, school's good like that. Plus it balances in timelines and pressure, which helps you deal with the real world of deadlines and pressure. So there is an advantage. There's a foundational advantage to having a degree. There are some advantages where certain companies will accept you if you have a degree, but the world is changing. People now are also leaning towards hiring people that may have a degree in a different discipline, or they're doing some kind of college program or some kind of certification. Now, the advantages of going the certification route is price. It's going to be a lot cheaper than getting a university degree. And in many cases, depending on the provider of the certification, you're going to be getting more relevant, hands-on focused experience, right? And many of the people that create these certification programs, they're people that are active in the industry. They're penetration testers, they're SOC analysts, they're CISOs, they're executives, that they know what the industry needs and what the industry is looking for. And many of these build these courses as a side business. Now, that's an important thing to keep in mind, that the certification industry is a business. It's a very booming business. So not every certification you're going to need and is going to be relevant. It's going to apply to where you live and the laws of the country that you live in, to what certifications you will need. So what decision should you make? Well, this is a highly personal decision. And again, it depends on your goals. If you're very certain that you want to get into cybersecurity, you want to climb in a company and do all that sort of stuff, then getting a degree is not going to be a waste of money if you know that's what you're going to do. If you're not sure and you just want to try cybersecurity out, then going down and getting yourself a certificate for, or getting yourself some security certifications like Security Plus, in CompTIA, and those type of ones might be the option for you. But either way, I've seen people struggling to find work with degrees and with certifications. So it's led to a lot of people wondering, well, how do I get into cybersecurity if I can't get the experience? And that's a very good question. I haven't fully figured that out yet. I've been very fortunate. I've been able to slide into cybersecurity through my reporting background, and I've been able to get myself a SOC job where I'm being trained on the job. It is very difficult. It is very hard to essentially become a SOC analyst. There's a lot to learn, guys, and this is why a lot of companies are reluctant to spend the time and energy on training people, especially when the people that they train just end up kind of leaving and going to another job once they have it. So that's pretty much it. If you want hands-on experience, if you want to dabble in the industry without going and getting a degree and spending all that time and money, then I'd go the certification route, do a foundational course at a college or a TAFE. It's going to be a lot more affordable than going to university. But again, there might be some foundations, there might be some skills that you might not acquire that you're going to have to acquire on the job. Okay, that's a good route to go down. And you can just start applying for jobs when you feel confident and ready. The most important thing is finding a way to learn that's hands-on and practical. And there are a lot of resources out there now that can help you do that. If you've got no IT background, then I would say some kind of foundational IT course is going to be really important. Okay, so I'm a big firm believer in that, getting that foundation. You're going to have the people that say, oh, you should, be, sysadmin, or you should be a, support service desk before cybersecurity. Look, that's good too. That role can help you understand technology better, understand protocols better, understand networks and Active Directory and, all those admin-y things that can really help you and help you transition well into cybersecurity. But it is not 100% required. Companies will hire you without that experience. But again, there's a very vast and differing types of opinions around this, okay? There's no right or wrong way, guys. It's only the way that you decide that you want to approach it, okay? If you get the degree, again, that could be a very good foundation for you. Again, it can also open up opportunities. So I hope that helps. Look, I know I'm not leaning either one side here and telling you what you should do. I'm just giving you my opinion and hoping that it will help you to make the best decision for you. University is not cheap. It's very expensive, and in many cases, your lecturer or the people teaching you might not be people who have worked in the industry. They might not be people who are even passionate about the industry, and you're paying these people a lot of money to basically dish out very poor quality lecturing or work. And that's not going to be the case all the time. But I know when I was in school, some of the lecturers were not very interested, not very passionate. And in some cases, they've even given out poor advice. So that's something to be mindful of when you're forking out. Unfortunately, university is just a business, okay? I've reached out and thought about, going and finishing a degree in this industry, but the way the consultants and the universities discussed it with me was very poor. They're very disinterested. They just want you to apply. It's just a factory, unfortunately. So that is something you need to weigh up. And like, if you're going to pay, you want that quality of education as well. But I'd say for now, if you're new, start doing free courses online, sign up to a few, like Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, all these things to get a taste, to start dipping your toes into cybersecurity. This is something you can do outside of work. You can go on YouTube, you can learn how to set up a virtual machine on your computer and play around and start playing around with the tools and just see if it's something you're interested in, that you like, because you are going to be doing a lot of it. Try Hack Me has a SIEM set up now where you can actually triage phishing alerts, so you can actually get a little bit of a sample and a taste of what it's like being a SOC analyst using the Splunk SIEM tool, which is really handy. That's a really cool thing. It can give you an idea of what a SOC analyst does. But each company is going to have its own tools and things anyway, and you can worry about that when you get a job. Main thing is to start building those foundations. Build those baseline certifications or complete your study, and then I would start worrying about, once you've done that, then I'd start worrying about applying for jobs, polishing your resume, and making sure that you're polished as an individual and that you're coming across in the best way that you can for the interview. Attitude, presentation, humility, ability to learn, all those things are super important, okay? Those are fundamental things that are going to be super important when looking for a job. And then when you get that opportunity and a company's willing to train you up, that's the jackpot. That's where you're really going to learn the relevant skills, and make sure you look up the reputation of the company that you're going to work for. That's very important as well, especially in cybersecurity. Reputation is really important because it's security, right? That's what people are paying for and what they expect. So thank you for listening. Please comment below what you think. What do you reckon, traditional education or the modern day certification route? Or should you do both? What is it that you think? The main thing is that you're doing things that allow you to move closer towards the goal that you've set for yourself. That is the most important thing. How you get there is really up to you. Look, it is an investment. It's an investment in your future. It's an investment in your education. So whatever decision you make, it's not going to be a waste, okay, guys? University can open up other doors that just having a TAFE certificate or certifications might not open up. But then again, what it boils down to is, can you do the job and can you get a job and carry it out? That's what's fundamentally important. So that's my opinion. I hope it helps. Just know that either way can work. So don't let people tell you that you have to do it this way or that way. Listen to their advice, but fundamentally, ultimately, it's your choice, it's your decision, and it's your money. So make sure you're getting the most value for your money. That's all I have to say. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment and leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'm happy to address them in another video. Thank you so much. All the best on your journey. I'd say all in all, cybersecurity, this industry, it's not going anywhere for now. It's a good industry to pursue. It has opened up opportunities for me that I never thought possible before. It's opened up hybrid work, remote work, that you can do a lot of things with cyber, and you can focus your skill set to pursue whatever particular aspect of cybersecurity you're interested in. You can practice to become a penetration tester. You can focus on being a SOC analyst. You can focus on compliance and get into consulting, GRC. There are a lot of opportunities for you in this industry. For now, just get those foundations right and the rest will take care of itself. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.